Oh, is our wonderful monarch going woke? Good morning, let me explain. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Now, yes, we're still in the grip of the heat wave. I'm fine, thank you very much. I hope you're all keeping well. Yes, you know, it's lovely though, isn't it? It's a great opportunity to just go and think, oh, we'll have that extra ice cream. I know, it's so naughty, isn't it? You shouldn't do these things. It's funny, isn't it? We use any excuse, I think, as people to just think, oh, we'll treat ourselves, whether it's cold, you decide to have that extra milky coffee, don't you? If it's warm, you think, oh, I'll have a double ice cream, why not? It's warm. Are you as bad as me? There are certain things that you just treat yourself to at certain points of the year, isn't there? And you think, oh yes, you know, I will try that. One of my secret vices, I have to tell you, and I only do this really once a year, I know I'm sharing now, but I do occasionally like, and think it really is genuinely about once a year, I like a McDonald's milkshake on a really hot day. Only a small one, you know, because I think by the time they're so thick, aren't you, you're exhausted drinking them. But I do think they really do cool you down because they're really ice cold, aren't they? But I wouldn't want one on a regular basis. I find them a bit too filling, yes. You know what I mean? Anyway, back as ever to your royal story of the day. This particular story is fascinating because it's all based on the Royal Collection Trust. The Royal Collection Trust is a charity that is assigned really to put together, you know, the open days and the sort of big charitable events that are associated with the monarch's houses, palaces, that sort of stuff, you know. They organise like the Buckingham Palace period of opening, the same thing, you know, various other sort of places. They're very well organised, incredibly well put together, and they do put on some spectacular events, there's no two ways about it. But what's been going on secretly, which a lot of people don't know about, is that the Royal Collection Trust have decided that perhaps the monarchy need looking into because they could possibly be too woke. Ridiculous, I know. But now what they've decided is to look at the, I don't get this, the art collection of our wonderful monarch to make sure when people are going round, are there any links to slavery or any sort of backlash against anything in history? You know, the usual stuff that's normally attached to this. What I find incredible is that's the whole point of art, isn't it? Or history per se. That's the deal. You know, what you have to remember, I think, is that it is history. That's what we do. And, you know, what happened in history remains in history. So, for instance, they've looked at certain pictures and portraits, say Thomas Picton regarding Waterloo. Of course, he now could be being removed or cleaned up, or his history being redefined, depending on which way you want to look at it, so that people aren't offended. I mean, ridiculous in a sense, isn't it? I don't know about you, I just sort of think, look, leave history in the past, it's what it is, we can all be adult enough, and also we can learn from it, you know? I find that incredible that people decide that they just want to wipe things out. It's really like saying, you know, Elvis didn't get to #1 with Jailhouse Rock because we find the word jailhouse, you know, offensive. It's just ridiculous. My advice to anybody who is going to see the Royal Collection Trust and their portraits is ask for the true definition of the history of that particular portrait or indeed artifact. Their job as curators is to give you the whole truth behind that particular piece. So again, you know, you do kind of think, you know, I'm sure Prince Charles, Her Majesty the Queen, William and Catherine must think, oh goodness, why do we have to do this? But of course we now live in, aren't we, in a very woke and cancel culture world. And even, it appears, the royals could be frightened of being cancelled. What do you think? I'd love to know your comments in the comments section below as ever. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.